Hey guys, so it is fact day, so like always, I'm gonna get right to it so we can hurry up and try to answer as many questions as possible. So the first question is, how do you handle working out and sweating with your hair? I sweat so much when I work out and I feel like I have to rinse it before I go to bed. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I did when my hair was shorter and now that my hair is longer. When my hair was shorter, I often did not rinse my hair because I don't like to go to sleep. I didn't like to go to sleep on my TWA with wet hair. And to tell you the truth, I don't really think it's a really big deal to go to sleep after you sweat in your hair. I know people are like, oh, well, the salt in your sweat is drying to your hair and all that. But think of it like this. When you had a relaxer, you would go like an entire week without wetting your hair and you were sweating all the time. I know I used to work out like 6 days a week. So it just, I don't know, I don't really think it's that serious. But what I did do is, because if I like didn't want I was like afraid my scalp was going to stink or I'd go somewhere I wanted like a refresher, I would use the Urban Life Head Sprung, because this is a conditioning spray and it also smells amazing. It smells like really, really good. And it has rosemary in it, and which also helps with conditioning your scalp. And I would like just try to get it in my scalp when I would spray it. And this stuff is great. It also has like neem, tea tree in it, peppermint, flax seeds. Yeah, so I would just spray this on my hair when my hair was shorter after I got done working out. And then if I was going to redo my wash and go in the morning, I would just re-wet it then. I just wouldn't even worry about it. Now that my hair is longer, I do like how it feels after you work out to rinse your hair. I don't know. I just think it feels good. Like, like your head's all hot and stuff from all your hair. So I usually just get in the shower and wash my hair and style my hair and then put it in a messy bun, like kind of like how my hair is now when it's wet, and then just put on a scarf and go to bed. And then wake up in the morning and fluff it out. So those are the ways I used to do it. And that's how I do now. Although I do not always rinse my hair after I work out. Sometimes I just go, take a shower and don't wet my hair and then just go to bed. Because I work out in the evening. If you work out in the morning, I feel like your routine would be a little different. I definitely would not rinse my hair after I did it if I worked out in the morning. Okay, moving on. So, Elle, right now I have about 2.5 inches of hair. I'm getting frustrated with this phase because it's not the length that it looks cute with scarves and such. Usually I would just cut it super short again, but I want it to grow. How'd you do with this phase? Okay, I'm going to tell you this, and I have two words for you. Be patient. Just like there are stages where you're not going to like your hair. That's like, how like when people cut their hair and it gets to that growing out awkward stage and then they just cut it again, just let it go and just stay with it, because ultimately your goal is to grow your hair out. You just gotta let it be. If I got tired of my hair, I would, braid it up and throw on a wig for a couple of days, or basically that was it. Because I didn't wear scarves or anything like that either. I just wore wash and go. So yeah, just be patient. Just let it grow. You're not always gonna like your hair. Sometimes I don't like my hair every day. I still think my hair is too short, and I'm not gonna cut it now. So I don't know. Just yeah, be patient. Sorry. Next question. I noticed that you put an emphasis on porosity and texture above curl pattern. When I first started reading blogs and websites on curly hair, I noticed the curly kinky community seems to be obsessed with categorizing curls. Not you. How can you explain why? Okay, well, I don't give a fugs about curl pattern, because when I first went natural, I like thought that curl pattern was like the end all be all, like to how you were supposed to care for your hair. And then I realized I was trying these products and they were supposed to be for my curl pattern, but they didn't work that well. They were like really buttery and oily and thick, and then my hair just kind of didn't like that. And then, it's like you're supposed to co-wash, you're not supposed to use shampoo, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, all right, this didn't make any sense. So I just decided to concentrate more on texture and porosity, and then my hair really started to thrive. And to me, it doesn't effing matter if someone wants to call my hair a 3C or 4A. It's not going to change how I'm currently caring for my hair, because how I'm caring for it is working for me. So I think it's just obsolete and it's just completely irrelevant. It just does not matter to me. And I don't have time to sit there staring at someone's hair saying like, oh no, her hair is long, so she has to have loose curls because black girls can't grow long hair. It's stupid. I don't care. Next. I wanted to know how you feel about the Brazilian keratin treatment on our natural hair. Okay, so my personal opinion is that I would not do the Brazilian keratin treatment for the sole purpose of, like, they talk about the formaldehyde and all that kind of stuff, but I really don't think that the exposure to formaldehyde is that much that's really going to harm you unless you did it like every single day. So the problem I have with BKTs is the high amount of heat they use on your hair when they flat iron it to get your hair really silky straight, because a lot of stylists use like 450 degrees on your hair, and that's just too high. And that's why I think a lot of people, after they do the treatment, their curls don't go back or they get straight pieces and it doesn't revert because they have heat damage, not necessarily because of the keratin treatment. So I wouldn't do it. Like my motto on this channel, do you, honey, but not me. Next, I'm thinking of adding color to my hair. I've been researching henna versus semi-permanent dye, but I'm still confused. I was wondering your opinion on this. Which would you recommend? What are the drawbacks and benefits of using one over the other? Okay, so this video is already the last question right now. Okay, so henna versus semi-permanent color. It really depends on what color you're going for. Henna, you can get like a nice brown. Depending on the base color, your natural color, you can get red, but henna does not lift the color you currently have. So if your hair is dark brown and you henna over it, it's only going to give you like a little bit of highlights. You may not even be able to see it. You might only be able to see it in the sun. If you use a semi-permanent dye, it will lighten your hair like 2 shades or so. So that is going to work better for lightening your hair. If you want to darken your hair, then I think henna is fine, because if you want to do like a dark brown or a black, you can mix it with indigo and you can get that also. Henna is very unpredictable. It's permanent, and some people have really bad experiences with henna, but it is just basically coating your strands of hair. It's not really penetrating into your hair, so unlike dye. So I think it's a safer bet, but it may not give you the color that you want. And a lot of people have told me that they started hennaing their hair to get the color that I have / had, and they can't get it. And it's because, well, one, I dyed my hair before I used henna on the ends, and then two, my natural color isn't dark brown. So obviously it's going to work differently. So it isn't really predictable, and it's going to turn out differently for everyone. So just really decide what you want. Semi-permanent dye can be damaging, but if you baby your hair, it should be fine. Yeah, so that's all for this week. Remember to put the questions that you have on the channel in the moderator so they can go in a future fact.